Hey, so what were you claiming? This is my game. Could you help me find a better plan in the middle game? I don't know. Can I? I don't even know how the game ended because there's no result. So I'm going to be surprised like you were. Oh, it says draw. There is a result. Terrible. Okay, this was played on Lead Chess. It doesn't give the ratings of the players. It says because it's too embarrassing. Wow. Variant standard. Standard play. This is standard chess. Okay, so far so good. Everybody's good. This is how I play with white. I'd have played knight e5 the last couple of moves, but you can. Ooh, rook c1. Yeah, you want to play knight e5 and f4 and so on. See all of my bullet games. c4? That's explosive. I mean, he played rook c1, so okay. Yeah, here you're just worse because you shouldn't play for rook c1 and c4 and a4. You should play knight e5, f4, queen h5, rook f3, rook h3, knight takes c6, bishop takes f6, and mate. It doesn't matter that they can take your queen because they won't. There we go. Okay, so far so good. Rook b1's a weird move, but it doesn't lose. So it's just equal. Queen a2. All right, queen a2 is not terrible. Queen c2 makes more sense, but queen a2 is okay, I guess. Not sure why my queen's on a2. Rook b4 is a good move. Ooh, rook takes b4. Ooh. I don't like that move. I don't like any move. Queen c2. Yeah, you just got to chill here. You're worse here, but it's, equal kind of worse. Now you're more than equal kind of worse. Yeah, now this is a protected passed pawn. So now you're in a little trouble. d4 is good. h5 is legal. Ooh, never play f3. Yeah, you should play c5 here and get your own passed pawn. You're still worse because after queen c6, the knight can go to b6 and your a pawn's weak. You should definitely play c5. g5, god damn. Yay, c5. These moves are all fine. This is just an equal position. Should have ended in a draw, which it did. G takes f3 is... I wouldn't even think of that move because you're just weakening your pawn structure. I wouldn't play queen g3. The engine wants to play h3 so that after queen e1 check, you can play king h2. Makes sense. Knight g4? Knight g4? He pinned his own knight and lost it? Wow, and still drew. Yeah, king f8's the best move. Then it's just a draw. h3, queen e3. Yeah, this is a completely winning endgame. Knight takes a5. Yeah. The engine says +5. Yeah, you just push your pawns. Yeah. You're good. No, you moved your king up in the center. All right, that's okay. Yeah, you don't need to do anything on the king side. You have two passed queen side pawns. But g4 wins. Now you have three passed pawns. Now, this is completely winning. And now knight a5 check, you just make a queen. So knight a5 check would be good. The engine doesn't play king b5, but I would. Oh, I guess you can trade on c6 and play a7 and c6 check and c7 and king here. Okay. That move is also winning. That move gives away the win because you give up your pawn here. The winning move is hard to play, is king c7. Then after king b3, you play king b7. wherever his king moves, you're going to queen that pawn with check. Or I guess you can't. You have to queen this pawn, which is still winning. So king c4 makes sense to me because I want to take this pawn after your queen. Okay, that's... And then king d4. And then this ending is winning for white, which I wouldn't know by just looking at it. But white's winning because his pawn is so far advanced. I mean, I wouldn't expect this to be winning. It could be like 50-50 in my mind. But with the engine saying plus 33, I think white's winning. And then in this position, to make things easier on yourself, you should have played knight a5 check. Then after knight takes, you play a7 and you win this way. Now it says plus 33 again. And if king b5, you take a7, c6 check, c7, king d7. So you win pretty easily. So knight a5 check was good. Now you have to play king c7. This move is a draw. Draw agreed. So in the middle game, I can't really give you any suggestions to play better because you were like slightly worse. It wasn't like you were better and you threw away your advantage. You were just never better. And typically you don't play a4 and c4. You play knight e5 and f4 and play for a kingside attack and for control of the e5 square. So this plan was wrong. Then when it was drawn, your opponent played badly and let you win, and then you didn't win. In the end game, like the last 10 moves of the game, that's where you were winning. And I don't see a reason to play g4 there, and you definitely shouldn't take on h5. These moves are winning, but you shouldn't play them. Because like other moves are more winning. Yeah, like there's no reason to play g takes h. That lets his king come up. So you could just play king f4 here. That would make more sense. The way you played is winning, but it's not as winning as just not doing anything and just keeping your two passed pawns. Now, like, you're barely winning, but you're still winning. But it's, like, close. Yeah, also, I think you should just play king e6 to d6 here. King e6, king e4, a5. Doesn't like king d6. I guess that doesn't win. King f7 is the third best move. And then after king e4, king e6, and white's winning? What? Why is white winning there after knight takes pawn? I gotta see this engine line. Oh! Knight takes is wrong. King d6 winning. Wow. That's Fox Newsworthy. Jeff Fox Newsworthy. Wow, and this is winning for white. God damn, I would never do this or think of it. I still wouldn't do it. Wow, this is crazy that white's winning there. How about my line that I would play? Let me see if my line wins. Yeah, this wins even easier. This obviously wins. Yeah. Like, that's what I would do. I'd move my king over here. But your line also wins. But here you have to play knight a5 check, and here you have to play king c7. So you made it tough. It's rough out there, I tells you. Yeah, now it should be a draw. So that was the move that gave away the win. King c7 and knight a5 check both win. But knight a5 check wins because you go back. So just might as well play king c7. Yeah, it was sort of easy to win. Then you made it tough, and then you couldn't figure it out when it was tough. Yeah, you're not in a hurry to play g4. You can just play king f4 here. The engine says it's fine because the engine sees all the way to the end. But if you're going to play g4 and trade the pawns and do this king thing you did, might as well play a5, a6 first and then do it. The engine doesn't care. It just says this wins. It sees like all the way to the end and says it wins, so it doesn't care. But for a human, king f4, a5 make more sense. So maybe you're not human. All right, good game. Good job.